Okay, so putting it blunt, I fucked up with last week's review. And that's the interesting thing about reviewing stuff weekly, is that I guess to a certain degree you really can't count your chickens until they hatch. You can't really say something is for certain until it's completely explained. And my rant about Ultier last week, granted it was provided by the fact that, you know, I was really sad when Ultier died. So to see her come back, it kind of felt like it was shitting on that. So that's still, you know, at the end of the day, that's what it is. That's why I ranted last week or whatever. But the reasoning in this chapter kind of made it, okay, you know, it's just a temporary thing. It's not even really her. It's kind of just the thought of her being in that, like, universe of time and shit like that. So it makes more sense. And I kind of take back a little bit about what I said in last week's review. I mean, if it was just only last week's review and there was no further context, then yeah, I stand by that. But we had this chapter that kind of cleared things up. So it is what it is. Dimaria's takeover god soul looks sick as fuck, and Dimaria is definitely looking very, very promising. But Wendy and Shelia, I don't know, man. I mean, even though there's 2-on-1 and shit like that, they're little kids, and this is somebody from the Alvarez Empire, and it's not like Ultier's really helping them. So I think that ending of the chapter and what Ultier said they have to do is very, very good, because it makes it like, okay, they're not the shit now, but who knows how strong they'll become when they're adults and shit like that. And if that's the power that they can get to fight her and shit like that, because they're already strong as fuck. Let me be clear about that. Wendy and Shelia, they're strong as fuck. In comparison to the Alvarez Empire, probably not so much, but they're strong for their age. So just imagine in another 10 years or so, another 15 years, how strong Wendy and Shelia are gonna be. You gotta think about that. And the whole Charlotte thing, honestly, I don't feel anything for it. And I'm gonna tell you why, because let's be real here. If she was gonna die, she was gonna die. More than likely, they're gonna, you know, finish all this and heal her. I mean, if she stays dead, bam, done, good. Well, not stays dead, because she's still slightly alive. Like, literally, the second the clock starts rolling, she's gonna fucking die unless they heal her. But I don't see it at all. I mean, if he was gonna kill a fucking cat, he would have done that shit back in the Grand Magic Games, something like that. So yeah, it's not happening. And then the end of the chapter, the third origin, I don't even think that's gonna really happen as far as a side effect as well. Either Ultier's gonna be able to find the reversal for that so they could continue to use magic, or maybe they don't really have a future right now because things is in, you know, chaos, so the side effect of them losing their magic forever is not gonna happen, or they're not gonna go for it at all. Something along the lines of that. Maybe it's gonna be temporary and they'll temporarily not have magic, but they're not going to lose their magic forever. Like, this is fairy tale, and I'm going to be realistic with it. They're not going to lose their magic forever. I'd be shocked as fuck, and it would be great. It would show, you know, sort of in a way casualties of war, even if they're not dead. They, you know, get to go back to being normal girls, which maybe it could happen that way. Like, you know, Wendy and Shelia get to live normal lives in a sense, but then again, they love being fairy tale mages and shit like that, so it's not like they're being tortured or suffering using their magic and having their job. And yeah, maybe Ultier will, like, sacrifice the remaining essence of her being a thought in this time universe, so that way they don't have that side effect. Maybe she'll reverse something there is gonna happen. Like, honestly, the chapter overall, it was a pretty damn good chapter. I'm gonna be real with you. It's just kind of like some of the things that were set up in this chapter, it just kind of feels like we know. Like, let's be real here. Charlotte, she's not gonna die. Wendy and Shelia, they're not gonna lose their magic. I'll eat my words if they do. Hell, I will eat my words, just like I'm eating my words about last week's review. But I just don't see it happening. So, with all that being said, still a very good chapter for what it was this week. I would say 8 out of 10 for this week alone, for everything that happened. It was a very good chapter. Just, it kind of feels like everything that happened, it's so predictable that it's gonna be reversed. That third origin, hype as fuck. I can't wait to see the magic that Wendy and Shelia will one day have if they indeed go through with it. If at the very least one of them use it, and maybe one of them using the third origin to have that power that they one day will have, and that gives them enough to really fuck her up or something like that, then maybe just one of them will be a sacrifice. Maybe Shelia says, you know, you still need to be with fairy tale or shit like that. That would be kind of interesting, and I could see Hero maybe having just one of them lose their magic, but I don't think Wendy's gonna at all, especially with her being a dragon slayer for the final fight. Then again, it could make her not a dragon slayer anymore, so Acnologia will leave her the fuck alone. And your overall thoughts of the chapter, what do you think in general? Do you think that Charla is gonna be dead, and do you think that Wendy and Shelia are gonna lose their magic forever after using the third origin? But thanks for watching. If you enjoyed anything about this video, make sure to drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more of me when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.